We're at 22400 Napa Street, West Hills, California, performing a video sewer inspection. We're going to run through the 3.5-inch cleanout on the rear wall of the house between the two sliding glass doors, and we're going to attempt to get all the way out if we can. If not, we do have another cleanout that is by the east fence in the backyard, and we'll run through there, and I believe the sewer line goes down to Shoup, but we would rather run through here if we can and get all the way out so we can inspect that much more of the waste line and the sewer line as well. Let's wipe our camera off a little bit. And this is our backyard area. It's on one side of the backyard, and this is the other side of the backyard. This is the back of the house. And as I said, we have a 3.5-inch mainline cleanout right here. So we're going to run through here and take a look. We have ABS cleanout. We're going into ABS plastic. These joints look to be in good condition. Those joints look fine. We're making the turn. Another little bit of a turn. Everything looks fine here, and then I believe we're transitioning here to cast iron piping. I'm going to pause for a moment, get our locator, and we're going to just locate this area. Okay, we've located this cast iron pipe is underneath the hall bathroom. we're going to push in. Holding some water, and it's got quite a bit of buildup in it. It's got a considerable belly in it. It's holding water which will rot out the cast iron. And you can see right here, we got a lot of debris right here. It's holding. So there is an issue here underneath the house. We're actually pushing the debris. We pushed past it now. There's a considerable amount of debris in this cast iron line underneath the house. Then we transition to ABS plastic. Yeah, we're going to take a look now. It's going to locate this area. We're going to pull back just a little bit and try and get the transition. Apparently this is going out to the front. It's going out to the front of the house. So we're going to locate this transition from ABS plastic to, or cast iron, excuse me, from cast iron to ABS plastic. Okay, we've marked the transition at 11 inches deep at the front of the house, just to the left of the front entranceway to the house. Now we're going to push out and hopefully get all the way out to the city sewer from here. We got some debris in the lines. The lines look to be okay. You can see the joint. And then we transition to vitreous clay, and we have a break right here in the vitreous clay, and we have some root intrusion. Looks like this line was cleaned not long ago, but we also have root intrusion in there, and as I said, we have a break right there. So we're also going to push out further. We're at 52, we'll come back and mark that. And then we have another root intruded joint, quite a bit of root intrusion. At 56. Usually these joints are generally, they're 4-foot lengths of pipe. And now we have about 59, almost 60 feet. And looks like we have a break in that piece of pipe as well, from what I can see right there. The roots are growing along that, and that starts at somewhere around the 3 o'clock area and then goes out toward the middle, toward the 6 o'clock area as we go in further. And we also have a crack there and roots in that joint, and we have roots in the next joint. We're going to run some water. We're going to run some water, and we're going to take a look at this. Try and rinse the camera off a little bit more, get some of the debris out of the lines, and then we'll take a look. We have some pretty heavy root intrusion here, and so far we can see several cracks in the line. We're at 62 feet. It's pretty much every single joint so far. So we're going to go in. We're at 62 feet now. It might be hard to see the joint. We're just try and push out all the way to the city sewer, and then we'll come back and we'll look at all the joints. Now we're at 67 feet, and right now we can't even pass this area. So we're going to shut the water down, and then we'll take a look at this again. hydrojet this. You can actually hydrojet this cast iron line going out from here, and hopefully you can get all the way to the city sewer as well and clean these roots out. And this way you can get out there and visually see what the rest of the line looks like. Now, the property line sewer is not cheap, but it's not that costly, not compared to the 6-inch line in the street, and you own that as well. And that's what we really want to see more than anything. And right now, I'm going to go mark it out, find out exactly where I'm at, but I'm not even to the sidewalk yet.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, so right here, you can see, and it looks like it's pretty well broken too, from what I can see. You can see the roots. It's compacted right here. It's just packed with roots, that whole joint. You'll see as I'm coming back. So that whole joint is packed with roots. I'm going to try and push through there if I can. I'm going to try it again with some water and push really hard. There's another joint. And it looks like somebody tried to clean this line. You see the little, that's usually from somebody either running a snake or hydrojetting, where they chip off little pieces.
I'm sure people who lived here before.
Yeah.
I don't think these people did it.
No, somebody had to have tried to clean it. See, we have roots here again, and it's broken right here. That line is cracked really bad. From over where it says 59, right there, 59 feet, and you follow it this way, and that's where the roots are coming in the joint.
So what does it mean when it cracks? Where does the water go?
Yeah, some of it goes through the line, some of it goes into the ground.
I see, okay.
It seeps through. So that's at 59 feet. Then we come back a few feet, and we had roots again. So we have roots at almost every single joint. So we have them there at 55, and then we have roots there again. Those are minor. Those aren't too terrible, but it's cracked as well inside the fitting.
Okay.
I'm going to try and see. I'm going to run some water and see if I can get out there and push really, really hard.
Okay.
I want to try and complete the inspection if I can get through it. Okay? So I'll give that a try. If I can't, then you have to hydrojet it so we can get through it.
Okay.
Or at least make it.
Right.
At least do that. But I would say hydrojetting is better.
So if they need to replace it, is it easier because there's a crawling space down, or how does that work?
No, what you mean, the line underneath the house? Oh, yeah. If this was a slab house, that gets expensive. You have to saw cut. You have to saw cut the concrete and bust it out. This, you just get up underneath there, and you cut the pipe, you put new plastic, and you put plastic in, and it's not that bad. It's not terrible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want to say, اگه بخواید وایر فردا کنی اون وقت پسورد It's in I think, do you want to either wire and just get or you can take it.
Where do we have to take it? Is that the Calabasas office?
No, it's not Calabasas. I think it's still in Siena. Yeah. Oh, wait.
I'm going to try to do a transfer online. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, please try it. Here we go. Why don't we, I'm just gonna...
Okay, I'll drive down and just get another check tomorrow.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Trying to get to the city now. I think I am. I might be in the city.
All right. It helps when you're buff.
Yeah, about 30 years ago, again.
Oh, you look like you're pretty good shape.
Yeah, I'm not doing bad. Almost 65.
You don't look it.
I'm hanging in there. Okay, we're just going to run out a little bit further, just to make sure that we are in the city. Okay, we are 120 feet out. Just going to double check this real quick. Okay, we were trying to
And
locate the line.
order it.
A little bit difficult. It went out the front,
It's so pretty.
and then it went east and went down the
Like you don't
front of the yard,
have
and then came down
but obviously
going
that's
south.
good.
And there's another clean out in the backyard, and we actually just passed now, so we're through the clean out right now. And we're going to pull back now, just a couple feet, and you'll see, should see the fitting for the clean out. And that's the clean out right there, that's the fitting. Where you see the two lines, it's going to be difficult to try and do anything with. Trying to push back in without water on, but we need the water off to be able to inspect the line. So now we have ABS plastic here to right here where the clean out is. And now we're back in vitreous clay. So we have vitreous that runs all the way down the side of the house. And we have root intrusion in here. Fairly substantial root intrusion in that joint. And we have another joint. We have root intrusion in there. And it looks like a small crack in the vitreous clay. And then we have more root intrusion and possibly crack, can't tell with the root intrusion in that joint. Now we have more root intrusion in the next joint. You have root intrusion in almost that joint didn't look to be too bad. That has a break in the line. You can see where the joint is, and then right back behind it, it's separated. So you've got a break in that joint. In that joint, can't tell a whole lot. We got some cobwebs in that joint. Don't really see too much root intrusion. Doesn't appear to be too bad. And you have a crack in that joint a little bit, but no root intrusion. And then you have a crack in this joint, we have root intrusion. And you have some debris here. It's a pretty heavy root intrusion in that joint. We're making a turn. We're up toward the front of the house now. We have more root intrusion.
So my ex, we go at night, in the middle of the night.
And we have root intrusion in the next joint.
It kills the sweet.
And then we're coming back. We got really heavy root intrusion in this joint. Very heavy root. I believe that's broken, pretty well broken. At that point, it's 67 feet.
I think we see them.
And
Oh my God.
we're just going to go mark this area real quick.
Where did you hear? Maybe that was good for them.
ما حتی پای اون درخت سمم رسید رفت جلوی توی سایت درخت رو میکشه visually at Home Depot we spent money on that and it's growing back so like whatever
Let them take care of
so like کاش که امروز ماهان اومده بود که ببینه the same thing with all the old houses when you buy they shouldn't be technically it's going to be harder though there that it's flat.
Yeah, that's the thing that is going to enjoy. It's not going to cost us much. It's just like they have to. Let's hope it's not.
چجوری میتونی کمک کنی اون دو تا اتاق دیگر رو اندازه بگیری؟
Okay, we've marked this area where it is cracked and root intrusion, heavy root intrusion. And it is on the east end of the front of the house. That's where we put the flag, right out in front of the house. And we're going to pull back. And that's in very poor condition right there. And we have more root intrusion and more. We have another crack in the vitreous clay. And we have more root intrusion in this joint. We have root intrusion in almost every joint. We have root intrusion in this joint, coming back toward the front of the house. And we have a crack in that area, right just inside the joint. And we have more root intrusion here. Making a turn and coming back toward the house. We have more root intrusion in that joint. And we have an offset here. We have a piece of plastic here. I believe we might have a buried clean out. It does appear that we have a buried clean out in front, right underneath the stepping stones. And then we come back to the cast iron. And the cast iron, as I had said, in numerous areas we have very heavy buildup and holding debris, like in here. Start to get heavier and heavier buildup coming back toward us, like little fingers and nodules, just a rust buildup and debris buildup. And this would definitely need to be hydrojetted and then inspected, make sure that there aren't holes blown through it. Could be pretty thin, from the era of about 1965, possibly, I believe, when the house was built. And then we transition here to ABS plastic, and now we're pulling back through our ABS plastic. And we're pulling out our cleaner. We're going to stop right here and move our equipment, and then we'll reset up at the other clean out.